Once upon a time, there was a fisherman and his wife who lived together in an old dilapidated shack right next to the beach. Every day the husband goes to the sea to fish. He goes fishing all the time. One day he sat fishing and looked at the clear water, and sat like that for hours and hours. Suddenly the buoy was pulled deeper and deeper into the seabed. He pulled it up and found a large flounder. The fish said to him, "Listen to me, old fisherman. Please let me live. I am number 39. Am not a real fish. I am number 39. Am a prince who was transformed into a fish by magic. If you kill me, it one and number 39. Help you at all. My meat is not delicious. Please put me back in the water so I can swim away." The old man replied, "Well, you Don and number 39. Need to say much. If a flounder fish can talk, I and number 39 am ready to let it go and let it swim." He dropped the fish into the clear blue water and the flounder sank to the bottom of the tank, leaving behind a long trail of blood. The old fisherman stood up and returned home to his wife in the old tent. Wife asked, "Didn't and hash 39, you catch anything today?" The husband said, "No, I caught a flounder, but the fish said the fish was a prince who was transformed into a fish by magic, so I let it out again." Wife said, "So you didn't and hash 39, say what you wished for?" Husband said, "No, then what should I say about my wish now?" His wife cried out, "God, Don and number 39. You feel miserable and uncomfortable having to stay forever in this shabby, smelly, dirty tent." He could have said he wished to live in a pretty little cottage. Go to the sea to call fish and ask for a small cottage. Surely the fish one and number 39. Give me anything. Husband said, "Well, what am I going out there again for?" Wife said, "Wow. He caught the fish and then let it swim. Surely the fish will give you a thatched house to live in, just go and try it." The husband was very hesitant but did not want to disobey his wife and number 39's wishes, so he went to the beach. When he reached the sea, he saw the waves rolling away. The water was green and yellow. He approached the sea and called out, "Dear brother, where do you stay?" "Flounder in the deep sea. My wife and number 39's name is Ilsbill. Ask for what I Don and number 39 want." The fish immediately swam to the surface and asked, "Okay, what does your wife want?" The old man said, "Well, just now when I told the story of catching a fish, my wife blamed me for not asking the fish for anything. My wife doesn't and hash 39 want to live in the old hut anymore. She wants a cottage." Fish said, "You just go home. Your wife already has a cottage." When he returned home, he no longer saw his wife in the hut, but was sitting on a bench in front of a pretty little cottage. The wife held her husband and number 39's hand and said, "Come in and see, ISN and hash 39. It much better now than before?" When the couple entered the house, they saw a waiting room, a lovely living room, a bedroom with a bed, a dining room, and a kitchen arranged neatly, and beautifully with full copper pots and pans. Made of shiny pewter. Behind the house is a yard full of chickens and ducks and a small garden growing vegetables and fruit trees. Wife said, "Do you like the look?" The husband replied, "Yes, if it stays like this, from now on we will live very satisfied." Wife said, "Let and number 39's think about that." It had only been about 15 days when his wife said, "Listen to me, the house is cramped, the yard and garden are too small. Maybe the fish can give me a bigger house. I like to stay in castles built of stone. Go to the sea and tell the fish. The fish should give us a castle." The husband said, "Oh my God, what does the wife think? This house is just right. What are we doing in the castle?" The wife said, "Wow, just go to the sea, the fish will always give you." The husband said, "Okay, lady, the fish just gave us this house. I Don and number 39. T dare go there to bother the fish anymore." Wife snapped, "Just go. The fish can do that. I and number 39. Am sure the fish will be willing to give it, just go to the sea." The husband found it difficult to eat and speak. He did not want to go. He muttered, "How unreasonable." Having said that, he still went to the beach. When he reached the shore, he saw the sea was calm. The water was purple, dark blue, and gray. The water is cloudy, not green and yellow like last time. He approached the sea and called out, "Dear brother, where do you stay?" "Flounder in the deep sea. My wife and number 39's name is Ilsbill. Ask for what I Don and number 39 T want." The fish appeared and asked, "Okay, what does your wife want?" Embarrassed, he said, "Oh my God, my wife wants to live in a big castle." Fish said, "Go home, your wife is standing at the door waiting for you." Then he left and thought he was back in his old cottage again. But no, when he arrived, in front of him was a large stone castle. His wife was standing on the high steps, about to enter the house. She held her husband and number 39's hand and said, "Come in and see." The couple went in together. The floor in the castle was paved with marble. The servants quickly opened the large doors. All four sides of the walls were covered with wallpaper with colorful flowers, brightening the room. Every room has gilded lacquered tables and chairs, crystal lamps hang from the ceiling, and carpets are placed in every room and chamber. All the tables are filled with delicious dishes and precious wines. Behind the castle is a large yard with horse stables, cow sheds and splendid carriages, in addition to a large and beautiful garden, planted with all kinds of fragrant flowers, strange grasses and trees. Eat precious fruits, then add to that a park for leisure and strolls about half a mile long, where there are many animals that people like to keep as pets such as deer, rabbits. The wife asked, "How is it, do you think it and number 39's beautiful?" Husband said, "Thank God, if only it could stay like this forever, right? Living in a beautiful castle like this is satisfying." Wife said, "Let and number 39's think about that. Now let and number 39's go to sleep first." The next morning, his wife woke up first. The sky was bright and clear. Lying in bed, looking out, the wife saw an incredibly beautiful field landscape. Her husband was still sleepy, so she nudged him in the ribs with her elbow and said, "Wake up, look through the window. You see, can we be kings of this whole region? Go to the sea and tell the fish. We want to be kings." The husband said, "Oh my God, what are we doing as kings? I Don and number 39's want to bet on that either." Wife grumbled, "Okay, you Don and number 39's like being king, but how about I like being queen? Go to the sea and tell the fish. I want to be queen." The husband said, "Oh my God, what are you doing as queen? I Don and number 39. Want to tell you that. Wife said, why not? He just ran to the sea for me. I must be the queen. The husband went to the sea but felt very sad. He thought, this is really unreasonable, not reasonable at all. He hesitated to go to sea, but then he went anyway. When he got there, he saw dark gray sea water. The water boiled from the bottom up and emitted a foul smell. He approached the sea surface and called out, and quoth, my brother, where do you stay? Flounder in the deep sea, my wife. And quoth, named Ilsbill, keep asking for what I Don and number 39. Want. The fish appeared and asked, okay, what does your wife want? The old man said, oh my God, my wife wants to be queen. The fish said, go home, your wife has become queen. Returning home, he saw that the castle was more massive than before, with a large, brightly decorated watchtower, guarded by guards, and soldiers playing drums and blowing trumpets. Entering the house, he saw all marble, velvet carpets, and chests of gold. The palace doors were wide open, the whole court was present. The wife sat on a towering throne, with a golden crown on her head and a jade-plated gold pot in her hand. On each side were 6 maids standing in line, each one head shorter than the other. The husband stepped closer and asked, wow, lady, have you become queen? Wife said, yes, now I am the queen. He stood tall and looked at his wife for a long time, then he said, are you satisfied being queen? Now there and number 39. Nothing left to wish for. No, not satisfied yet, sir. The wife said that and felt uneasy, continuing, as time passes, I feel bored, I can and number 39. Live like this forever. Go to the sea and tell the fish. I am already a queen, so now I must be the queen. Husband said, oh my God, why do you want to become queen? The wife said, go to the sea and tell the fish, I want to be queen. Husband said, oh my God, how can a fish have the strength to make you a queen? I Don and number 39. Dare tell a fish that, the queen is the king of a big country, there is only one person in the whole country. How could a fish do that? How could she become a fish queen? She certainly could and 39. Wife said, what are you talking about? I and number 39. The queen, you and number 39. Just the husband, will you leave now? Go straight to the beach. If fish can make me a queen, they can make me a queen too. I want and am wanting to be queen. You go right out there. The husband had to go to sea. When going to the beach, he felt scared, he was worried and snoring as he walked. He thought to himself, this can and number 39. Be possible, what else can happen? Claiming to be queen is shameless and impudent. Eventually the fish will get bored of it. When he reached the beach, he saw that the water was dark and turbid. The sea began to swell, the wind blew loudly, and then the roaring waves made him shiver. He approached the sea and called out, dear brother, where do you stay? Flounder in the deep sea. My wife and number 39's name is Ilsbill. Ask for what I Don and number 39. Want. The fish appeared and asked, okay, what does your wife want? The old man said, God, fish, my wife wants to be queen. The fish said, go home, your wife has become a queen. The old man returned. When I got home, I saw that the whole castle was made of polished marble, with white pebble statues and gold decorations. Guards walked around in front of the gate. Soldiers blew trumpets, played gongs and drums. Dukes, earls, and viscounts stood and walked bustlingly inside. They opened the gate to let the old man in. The gate was made of pure gold. Entering the room, he saw his wife sitting on a 2-meter-high golden throne. On his head was a gold crown 3 inches high, studded with gems and diamonds. One hand holds a bowl, and the other holds a ball symbolizing the queen. On both sides, the musketeers were arranged in 2 rows, from giants 2 feet tall to dwarfs as small as a little finger. In front of the queen, many lords and viscounts were standing. The husband stepped into the middle and said, "Madam, have you become a queen yet?" Wife said, "Yes, I am the queen." The husband stood there looking at his wife, looked at his wife for a long time and then said, "Oh my God, lady, do you like being queen?" The wife said, "Grandpa, why are you just standing there? I in number 39, am already the queen, but now I want to be the pope. Go talk to the fish." Husband said, "God, what else do you want to become in this world? You can and number 39, become pope. There is only one pope in the entire Catholic world. That and number 39, impossible." The wife said, "Did you hear that? I want to be pope. You go right to the sea, I want to be pope today." The husband said, "Oh my God, I Don and number 39, dare tell you that. It can and number 39, be like that and number 39, not reasonable at all. Turning her into pope is impossible." The wife said, "Hey man, why are you talking so long? If a fish can be made a queen, it can also be made a pope. Go straight to the beach. I and number 39, am the queen, and you and number 39, actually just my husband. Will you leave or not?" The husband became afraid and went to the sea, but he was so afraid that his face turned pale, his body trembled, his muscles felt weak, and his legs felt like they were borrowed. Then suddenly the wind blew loudly, dark clouds gathered, making the whole sky dark as if it were already dark. The leaves of the trees were rustled by the wind, the sea water was turbulent, the waves crashed loudly against the shore. Far away in the distance, there were ships that were swaying and swaying as if they were dancing with the ocean waves. The ships had to fire their guns to warn them. In the middle of the sky there was a blue cloud, but around it dark clouds covered the entire sky as if signaling a big storm was coming. Afraid and weak, the old man approached the sea and called out, "Dear brother, where are you? Oh, flounder in the deep sea. My wife and number 39's name is Ilsbill. Just ask for what I Don and number 39 want." The fish appeared and asked, "Okay, what does your wife want?" The old man said, "Oh my God, my wife wants to be pope." Fish said, "Go home, your wife is already pope." He went home, and when he got home, he saw a vast church, surrounded by palaces and castles. The old man had to squeeze through the crowd to get in. Thousands of lighted lamps illuminated the entire house. His wife, dressed in golden clothes, sat on a towering throne, wearing 3 golden crowns on her head, surrounded by a large number of clergy. On both sides there are 2 rows of candles. The largest tree is as big and tall as a large tower. The further back you go, the candles get smaller and smaller, The smallest tree is as small as a candle lit in the kitchen. And all the kings and emperors were kneeling and kissing the Pope and number 39's shoes. The husband looked at his wife carefully and said, "Now she and number 39's become the Pope, right?" The wife said, "Yes, I am the Pope now." He stood there stunned, just standing like that, looking at his wife like looking at the sun. Standing there watching like that for a long time, he said, "Oh my God, woman, do you like being Pope?" His wife sat as still as a log, her body not moving at all. Then the husband continued, "Now you must be satisfied. There is nothing greater than the papacy to look forward to." Wife said, "Let and number 39's think about that." His wife was still not satisfied. She could N and #39's sleep at night because of her desire to do what she had to do. She lay there constantly thinking about whether there was anything higher. The husband was gone all day, so he immediately fell asleep and snored soundly, but the wife could N and #39's close her eyes. She tossed and turned all night, thinking vaguely about what else she could become. What could be better? The morning sun was rising. When the wife saw the rising sun, she got up from the bed, looked at the rising sun through the window glass, then thought to herself, "Ah, I wish I could control the sun. The moon rises, right?" She nudged her husband in the ribs with her elbow and said, "Wake up, sir. Go to the sea and tell the fish, I want to be like my beloved God." The husband was still sleepy, so scared that he fell from the bed to the ground. He thought, maybe he heard wrong. He rubbed his eyes and asked, "Oh my God, what did you just say?" Wife said, "Do you know, if I can and number 39's make the sun and moon rise, but instead sit and watch the sun and moon rise, I can and number 39's stand it. I will never stand still, if I myself cannot make the sun rise or the moon rise." Then she stared at him so fiercely that her husband felt chills down his spine and said, "You go to the beach right now. I want to be just like my beloved God." "Oh my God, she." The husband knelt in front of his wife and continued, "That cannot be done. Fish can only make a queen, a pope. I beg you, please live your life properly and just be Pope." The wife got mad. Her hair was loose and messy. She jumped up and down, kicked her husband with her foot and screamed, "I can and number 39's stand it any more. I can and number 39's stand it any longer. Will you leave now?" The husband quickly put on his clothes and then ran like a crazy person. Out in the sea, the storm was roaring, the waves were rolling, the old man could N and #39's stand, houses and trees shook, mountains moved, large rocks rolled into the sea, the sky was pitch black, and thunder boomed in the sky. The sea had a tsunami, the waves were pitch black, the waves were as high as a church steeple, as high as a mountain. The foam breaking on the surface of the waves was like a white crown. In that dark storm, the old man tried to scream but could not hear his own voice. "Oh brother, where are you? Oh flounder in the deep sea. My wife and number 39's name is Ilsbill, just ask for it. What I done and number 39's want." The fish appeared and asked, "Okay, what does your wife want?" He said, "How miserable, fish, my wife wants to be just like my beloved God. You just go home, she is sitting in that old hut. And the couple is still sitting in that hut today." Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.